What's up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist here with Gershwan yet again to do another For the Greater
WAAAAUGH.
And we start off with Timothy Sweeney.
And he has a great theory.
Hey guys, great show. My question is to you guys is what do you think about the Lost Primarchs and who were they? And legions. My thoughts? Well, we'll answer. Oh, that's a long paragraph.
Yeah, I told you it's a long one, but it's a good one too.
Want to answer it first and then we can?
Yeah, we'll tackle it head on. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the Lost Primarchs. Okay, so the initial thing, the Lost Primarchs are just GW's way of giving
the player
the ability to create their own faction and still call it a first founding faction. Mm-hmm. There's an image though of Malcador the Sigillite, and he's standing on a throne, and on the throne he has two skulls on each side, and on the skulls you have the numbers of each Primarch Legion that was never created. Now
it was 2 and 11.
Yeah, now it could mean that it's just like they're remembering them, like yes, we never found them, but we still respect them and we honor them. Or it could mean that the Emperor actually ordered them, their Primarchs, to just be exterminated, because when the Unification War was going on, the Emperor created each individual faction with the belief that he was going to find each Primarch. So the actual legions themselves for the 2nd and the 11th Legion had to have been created during the Unification Wars, because you had the 20th Legion, which is what the
Alpha Legion.
The Alpha Legion, they were created and they were fighting before they even found Alfarius. So the 2nd and the 11th were out there. What happened to them? My theory is that my theory is going to be that, because I was going to use this as my lore for the lore thing or for our own individual lores that we're building. Mm-hmm. But my lore, or my theory, is that one of the Primarchs was lost in the warp, but he was transported not just distance but also time. So he's going to reappear in the future when the Emperor needs him the most, because the Emperor found the Primarch still traveling within the warp, and since the warp is time and space and it's all bent, he can actually use his psychic power to lead the Primarch, maybe even both, to exit out of the warp at a time when the Imperium needs them the most. That way they have two superpower Primarchs.
Right, and that would be a great boost in what the Imperium needs, especially since if the Emperor knew that he was going to be forever on the Golden Throne, he would need those two leaders to go up there and take his place.
They're basically his safeties. Like,
right.
If he can't ever come back, he can shoot these guys out of the war.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Emperor still, I believe, still sees things around him. He just can't control them the same way.
Right. Now, my kind of theory on these legions was that yes, they did exist, and yes, their legions were there, but since there was no Primarch to lead them, they were kind of split off into other legions. So you have let's just say the Alpha Legion has part of the 2nd and the 11th as their members. Now with the Primarchs, since we're only doing one of each, even though you kind of talked about the second one, but I'm thinking is that one of them obviously got taken by the warp powers, but somehow in that distance between he got to that planet, he was not only tainted by chaos, but also infused with chaotic powers.
Like the Legion of the Damned.
Right, so he's also, because when he crash lands on this planet, the people see him as not only a god, but they see him as like their savior. But the thing is, he doesn't know who he is, so he's led to believe that he's this great person, and he confuses himself, or he is led to believe that he is the actual Emperor. So when the Emperor comes to reclaim him, it's like, who is the real one? And then that's when things start getting really crazy.
They fight.
Right.
And if you check out, I think it's the Space Wolf Lehman Russ video. It speaks about how Lehman Russ and his Legion. I think this is correct. You're correct because you're the one who did the lore. But I remember hearing you. The Space Wolves might have been the Legion in charge of destroying one of the Legions.
Yeah, because he was for the longest time. Lehman Russ and his Legion was like the attack dog of the Emperor. So if he wanted somebody taken out, he would be the executioner to come and remove him from being a problem and killing them, basically.
Yeah, so the Space Wolves might have killed one or two legions.
Right.
And now let's read your other thing. Do you want to read it?
I got it.
Okay.
Alrighty, so his thought of one of the lost Primarchs was that she is a female.
What?
I know this sounds crazy, and they have been around all the time since the Sisters of Silence, or now known as the Sisters of Battle. And they are part of one of the Lost Legions. But how can they be? I'll explain. The 31st millennium, the Emperor finds the Sisters of Silence on a planet of their own, and he had them close to him. And he knew of the change of that Primarch in the Gene Vaults had gotten to him from the Chaos Gods. And just one was exposed to Zeech warp energy, and the other 20 were changed, his sons, to a daughter, and grew like the rest of the Primarchs, and was found like the rest. And when the Emperor discovered the planet and she was there, he welcomed her to his Legion. And that's why there was no Legion for this Primarch, because he thought she was a he. So the Primarch gene seed was meant for women, unlike the other legions that the Emperor made.
Oh, so it's kind of like an oops. Right. I got you the wrong present. The Legion are all men. You're a woman. The gene seed isn't gonna match now. That's interesting.
It really puts a nice screwball into the whole lore aspect, because you don't really see too much women in there. So.
I have to reread the creation of the Primarchs, because I think though that they specifically said it was 20 male Primarchs.
I'm pretty sure it did say that.
But thanks. That question was really awesome, and it was probably really long.
Right.
So let's continue with the other questions that were left off on Tuesday, starting with Hieronymus Rods. You always look blazed. A little bit.
What's wrong with being a little blazed, right?
Yeah. Just trying to get through the day, man.
Right.
Leave me alone. Atticus X.
Hey guys, best channel on YouTube. Thank you. My question for this week is, how did you both get into Warhammer 40K? Did you come across it through one of the novels like he did? His first novel was The Angels of Darkness, and it is a story about the Dark Angels. Secondly, what is your guys' favorite 40K novel? And thanks for your guys' passion and effort into this channel.
Well, thanks for all the kind words, Atticus X. I got into Warhammer 40K the same way that he got into Warhammer 40K, because I got him into Warhammer 40K.
Right.
I used to there used to be a GW store at the mall, and when I was a kid, I used to pass by it a lot, and they had the glass cabinets with all the figures, and I would always look at them, but I would never go in because I was shy. Then one day I went in, went out, and the guy who was working there, who was painting some orcs, he was just like, hey, come in, and then he was talking to me or whatever, and he gave me an orc. From that point forward, I waited for my birthday, and on my birthday I brought him and another friend with me. We went to the GW, we got a box set, and then the rest is history.
I think we got Space Wolves.
We did get Space Wolves.
Yeah.
We had to share the box set because the box was expensive.
Yeah, so I got 2 figures, our friend got 2 figures.
3.
Oh, and then you got 4, right?
Yeah, I got 4, 3 because it's my birthday, so I get the 4.
Right.
I got the Power Fist too.
I gave my guys double guns. We didn't know what we were doing.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
And then novels?
I haven't read any novels yet, but I am looking forward to going through all of the Horus Heresy.
I've read I'm reading The Beast. That's the only one that I've read. Do I recommend it? Let me keep reading. I don't know.
What's next?
Rob Lockerman. Hey guys.
If you could create your own playable race or faction that does not currently exist in 40K, what would it be?
There's a lot of races. Squats. Because they exist, but you can't play them.
And yeah, I'm gonna go back to what I said a few WAAAUGHs ago, and that was, it has to be a water-faring race. So there's torpedoes and tridents and submarines and that kind of thing.
That'd be awesome. Dark Hoof. I think Mala has a very big overlap with the Emperor. So if the Emperor ever ascended to godhood, he would occupy Mala's space. A lot of chaos gods, even the big chaos gods themselves, kind of overlap each other.
Yeah.
That's just the way the lore is, and that's the problem that you deal with whenever you talk about any god or multiple gods that are based off of emotions.
Right. Because
like, look at even Greek mythology, Athena and Mars. What's his name? The god of war?
Oh, Ares.
Ares. So Ares and Athena, kind of the same.
Yeah. Elias de Leon. He says, do a video on the Kroot.
We will.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea. I need to write that down. Nadaf Banks. So this guy told me that the orcs who overwhelm them or speed past them, which is better? Personally, well, so if you're an orc player, it all depends on you. Do you want the game to last 10 hours or do you want it to last 4 hours? If you want 4 hours, Speed Freaks is the army for you. If you want it to last 10 hours, overwhelm them with numbers.
It's going to take a long ass time to move all those orcs.
And then ultimately, I think more wounds is always better than faster orcs. Because faster orcs, yeah, they're faster. They get into it a lot quicker, but they're weak. Orcs are squishy, so play on that. Play on the fact that, you know, you can send a squad of 30 boys. You're going to be left with 2, but at least you got rid of the Space Marine unit or the Tau unit or whatever that you charge.
Right. Space Hitler. Oh shit. We shall deny Nurgle their flesh to fester and rot. We shall deny Khorne their blood and skulls. We shall deny Zeech their destinies and fates. We shall deny Slanesh their pleasure and pain. Death to the dark gods. For the renegade god, let the galaxy burn. A dirge of malice. Again, more love for Malao. The 5th chaos god.
Biggest Dickus.
Uh-oh.
Regarding the TIE Fighter, event postponed to September. Oh, that sucks. Offer still stands. Thank you. By the way, one of my Star Destroyers is called the Crimson Fist. I love the Crimson Fists. It won't fall since the Emperor protects. It show does. Mm-hmm. Or he show does. Jacho.
Hey guys, do either of you have a favorite 40K novel? Mine would be the Iron Warrior novel so far.
Can I answer that already?
Yeah.
Still reading.
Yep.
John Brightly. What a losers. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We can't all be winners.
Wibber Wormchild.
Whoa. Imperial Guard could very well have power armor. There are Inquisitors with power armor who are normal humans as well.
Yeah, some of them have power fists. One of them even has a orc power claw. So it's not impossible, but it's very rare.
Yeah, because it's costly and rare, like you said.
It's taxing on the body.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Smith. Praise Malice, Monarch of Terror, Regent of Anarchy, Lord of Nightmares. Sure.
Skepsis Rollins. You guys should consider Age of Sigmar lore too. No other YouTube channel has explained much of it in detail. Just a suggestion. Excited for Game of Thrones videos.
Thank you. And Game of Thrones videos are coming. It's just taking a little bit while. Now, Age of Sigmar lore. That's confusing as hell,
yeah,
dude.
It's very convoluted.
It doesn't really even make sense, and I think that's why a lot of people stay away from the lore, because it's basically end of days. Sigmar banished everybody, but then for some reason he brought back the dark gods, and then he banished them again, and then the Eternal Gate was created, and I don't know. Because I bought the box set, really excited to read the lore.
I mean, the models are amazing.
Yeah. But I didn't understand the lore. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I heard they're getting a point system now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mordock. Hey guys, I'm a student, so I can't give you money. Aw. But you should definitely update your Patreon so people can really see what your channel is about. We really have to. Mm-hmm. It's a necessity. I'd like to see this channel grow because you're both giving good content. Thank you. It's not easy. No. Wish you the best. Sorry if my English is not perfect. I'm French.
That was actually perfect English.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I was able to read it too, which is surprise, right? It's because I read slow. I took French for 7 years.
Wow.
Ready? No.
Oh,
There you go.
damn.
7 years got me that. But yes, that, I mean, simply by liking, commenting, and sharing, I really mean that. By you liking our content, you're telling YouTube, hey, this Warhammer 40K content is awesome, I want to see it. And then it just tells YouTube that other people who like your interest will also want to see it. And then it just grows. So if you can't help us out on Patreon, a simple $1, then just like, comment, and subscribe.
Right.
Chaos has come.
If the Empire from Star Wars and the Covenant from Halo joined into one force, do you think they could defeat the Imperium? Because I think that the Empire could beat the Tau and the Eldar, so too can the Covenant. I love your guys' videos. Keep them up.
I think the question that you're answering is, what's stronger, the Force or the Warp? And to answer that, the Sound Alchemist is going to take over.
That is a great question. Warp has a lot of pretty badass powers to it. Like, it's not just like controlling things with like...
It's alive.
It is alive. How do I put it? You can do more with Warp, but it's riskier than the Force. Yeah, the Force can do a lot for you, but compared to the actual Warp and how much the Warp has actually influenced and propelled the Imperium and all these other races, I feel like they don't compare.
So what do you think is stronger, the Warp or the Force?
The Warp.
The Warp, yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that can be debated in the comments.
Right. I mean, would Luke Skywalker be able to beat like a champion of Zeech, who has like complete power over the Warp?
Comment, rage comment.
Because I'd actually want to see that. That'd be pretty cool.
But those were the questions for this week. Sorry, you guys, can't get through all of them, but we will definitely answer more questions on Tuesday of next week. So please go down there, comment, ask us questions so we can answer them for you. And that's that.
That's all we got this time. You know him as
Gershwan,
and I am the Sound Alchemist, and we are part of OneMindSyndicate, and we are out of here.